Hey guys, Jim Harshaw here with Riot Sports Marketing. I'm sitting at the Indianapolis airport. Just got done with the talk yesterday at the Indiana High School Wrestling Coaches Association. We talked about sports marketing, of course, and primarily how to leverage social media and other electronic communications, social media, as well as mobile marketing, text message marketing, and even PR campaigns, some high touch as well as high tech marketing. But the talk that I did directly followed a talk from Les Gutchess of USA Wrestling. Les was a world champion, U.S. Olympian, national champion, and he's working for USA Wrestling now, which is great because he's got obviously a great wrestling mind, a great depth in the wrestling market, but also a great business mind. He's been in banking for the last several years. He has an MBA, and one of the things he's done is he had some market research done on the sport of wrestling, and he proposed, he presented on that a lot of these market findings yesterday at his talk, and it was a really interesting talk, and I think they got it on video, so hopefully more people can see that because there's some really interesting stuff. I think everybody should see it. And one of the things that he talked about was there's back up a little bit. There's been a lot of coverage on the fact over the last 2 months that the National Federation of High School came out with their statistics on the participation rates in all sports. And wrestling has grown by 37,000 athletes since like 02-03. And that's great, and there's been a lot of coverage on that and all the positives on that, and I always thought to myself, man, that's not enough. We can do better. Wrestling can do better. And I work with every sport. I have clients in every sport. And wrestling's my passion because that's what I do and that's what I've done. And so I always knew that there was something wrong with that number. And I thought 37,000 wasn't that great of a figure. And although wrestling is number 6 as far as sports participated in by boys, but even that number I think can be a lot higher. Les found some research, some data here that I thought was interesting. Wrestling has lost market share. Even though we have 37,000 new athletes, we lost market share to the other sports. So it's not a color graph, so I can't tell what all the different color lines are here, but the one that's in bold is wrestling, so it's the bottom line. And so yeah, we're growing, but we're not growing as fast as other sports, so we're losing market share. That's the real number that we have to look at. And yesterday, what I talked about was reason, sort of the mentality that I think the wrestling community has, that we think, okay, we love our sport, but nobody else does. We have a very strong community in the wrestling community, in that just in the state of Indiana, wrestling's the 4th most highest revenue producing sport for their state championships. Football, men's and women's basketball, then wrestling. I mean, it's great. We have a strong wrestling community, but we need to grow it. So let's continue growing our wrestling community. NCAA championships, wrestling's, I can't remember, I think 5th or maybe 4th as far as revenue producing sports for the NCAA championships. It's great. We have a strong wrestling community, but let's continue to grow it. And that's what Les was talking about yesterday, and that's what I talk about. So we have an exciting sport. We have a great sport. We have a great thing to market. It's just a matter of believing that, having that paradigm shift, that understanding that America does love wrestling. We just need to make it easy for fans to be fans, and that's really with any sport. Again, like I said, I work with every sport, but wrestling is what I love primarily. So any sport, any nonprofit, any business, if you understand that you do have interesting stuff going on within your organization, marketable stuff, if you understand that, then you can take it to the next level and start implementing tactics to means and strategies to get that information out there and develop a content strategy. What kind of things you're going to talk about, who's your target audience, determine who they are, develop content they're going to want to read, and then engage with them.